Sean Green, thank you so much for joining me today on Misunderstood. It's been a long time coming. I've wanted you on this show forever. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Rachel. I'm excited. I can't wait for this moment.
Yeah.
Miss you.
I missed you. So I want to start at the beginning. Talk to me. I mean, I know all these stories, but I want everyone else to hear these stories. So talk to me from the beginning. Tell me about your childhood, the kind of family you were raised with. Tell me all about that.
Okay, cool. Small town, Riviera Beach in Southwest Palm Beach, Palm Beach County. Let me see, 3 brothers, no sisters, mom and dad been married for 59 years. Dad's a minister. And by being a minister, he wasn't really too thrilled about me playing secular music in the house. Like he would call it worldly music. Being a minister, like you're not gonna have that type of music playing in my house. You got to go outside. So I have a passion to play drums, but I also have a deeper passion to be a dancer. So I would just say I was inspired by Michael Jackson, New Edition, like those R&B groups, the ones with dancing, involved. And I would go outside in the backyard, and that's where I would, start dancing and creating combos, choreography, and mimicking Michael Jackson. Friends would come over in the backyard, and that's how it started. And
Right.
then I would say, what was it? My 11th grade year at Suncoast High School is when I entered like my first dance competition, and I won $25,000 with MTV.
Okay, wait, but slow down on that for a minute, because what did your parents think when you told them you were entering this contest?
My dad, he wasn't, that big of a supporter. My mom, she loved everything I did. So it was like more, I think I would have to prove to him to let him know, like, this is my passion. Later in life, I found out my passion became my purpose. But I'm young at the time. I'm still a kid. Just I wasn't into video games like my brothers. I wasn't into on a Saturday morning running to the TV to watch cartoons and and eat a bowl of cereal. That wasn't me. I was like beating on pots and pans because we couldn't afford a drum set. I was out out in the backyard, waving and popping and just finding, being fine-tuned of what I like to do. And this is the things that I like, dancing and playing drums. And so, yeah, that's how it was growing up. It was very, I will have to add this. We wasn't poor, but we didn't have a lot of money. My mom and dad taught us love, respect, discipline, and we was in church every single Sunday, Saturdays, and Wednesdays for Bible study. So you talk about a kid who's brought up in church, but I have good morals because of it.
Right. And your parents were very strict. I mean, you've told me some stories about getting chased around the house.
Oh, you remember that?
Scared to get hit.
Yeah, I can share one of those stories.
Please do.
Okay, sure. So, I'm not trying to condone this, but it was a time.
Well, it was more acceptable when we were younger, obviously. I think we'd get arrested if we did this to our kids now.
That's what I'm trying to say right now.
But it's a funny, I mean, it's a terrible but funny story at the same time. And I think you understand discipline now because of what your parents did. So I love this story.
Yeah, for sure. So it was one time that my brother Chris, he had a BB gun, like a little pellet gun. It was nothing serious. And one time I went into the utility room to shake it up, and I want to play with this gun. And I didn't hear anything in it. So I'm like, okay, I can just act like I'm playing whatever. So I'm in the living room.
Cops and robbers.
Cops and robbers. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. And then I shook it up, didn't hear anything, and I pulled the trigger, and freaking pellet came out. And it bust the whole window out of the living room. Oh my gosh. So there's a gigantic hole in the window. So my dad's coming home from lunch. He sees it. And next thing you know, my brothers, of course, they snitch on me. All right, you wait right here. By the time I get off of work at 4:00, you better have a belt in your hand. So we had to find the belt. That's how discipline was. Like, I had to find the belt. So of course I found the lightest, skinniest belt because I know I was going to get a whooping when I got home. When he got home. And I've never had another whooping ever since then because that discipline kicked in.
Right. So and how'd you fix the window?
He fixed the window, after he tore my behind up. But but here's the thing, like that discipline goes a long way. We learned about how to respect each other, how to love each other. I never drank or never smoked a day in my life. I didn't, wasn't one of those kids out of high school or college like to do a bunch of drugs or anything like that. But I don't judge people who drink, but I've still to this day never drank or smoked ever in my life because I didn't see that in my bringing up. So my foundation was more built on love and discipline than anything.
Right.